Why is my SP not changing? Hey guys, hope you're well. And in this video, I'm going to be answering the most asked question that I have. Why is my SP not changing? I get this question a lot. I get this question from my followers. I get this question from my clients that Karan, you post so many success stories. I have 14 success story highlights on my Instagram. I think I have posted around 50 videos here for success stories. The number can be lesser or more. I have no count. But I keep on posting these stories and people ask me that Karan, you keep on posting these stories and why is my SP not changing and why did theirs change or why did that person get results and why am not me? So this is going to be a very extensive video and I'm going to be sharing a few notes at the start of this video so that we both are on the same page because I recently hit 80,000 followers on my Instagram account and I think that it is very important for me to reintroduce a little bit why I do what I do and why I'm here. So the first thing when people talk about SP, what is SP? SP is a specific person. It can be someone you're trying to manifest, an ex that you had in your life that you're trying to improve your relationship with. It is not a mystical figure. The reason why people say SP is because it's an easier thing to say. It's an abbreviation. That is why people use that term. It is basically a person that you like and would want to experience a relationship with. It is just that it is easy to denote that with a SP because most people understand it from that capacity. That is why people use this term. So that is what OSP means. Now, a lot of people ask me, are you a law of assumption teacher? Are you a law of attraction teacher? Are you a Neville Goddard teacher? Are you a Joseph Murphy teacher? Like, where do you teach from? So I would like to clear a few things. First thing is, I don't teach manifestation from the law of assumption, law of attraction perspective. I teach manifestation from what has worked for me and what I have seen work for my clients. It includes a larger chunk of the law of assumption Neville Goddard talked about. Dr. Joseph Murphy talked about law of belief. I take majority of my teachings from there. Are there some things that I take from the law of attraction side? Yes, absolutely, because I feel that any concept is not totally wrong. There are some aspects of it that can help people. So I also take my teachings from there. Now, am I only a Neville Goddard teacher? No. I feel that Neville Goddard was a great teacher. He taught us a lot about the concept of manifestation, but I feel that a lot of times, and this is my perception, if you don't want to follow it, that is completely okay. I feel that a lot of times his advice was a little too deep for people to understand. That is why it didn't take into account the practical aspects of things. Same with Dr. Joseph Murphy. Even though he was a very, like Dr. Joseph Murphy appeals to people who are coming from a little bit scientific background or a scientific mindset. But I feel that there were some teachings which were very prolonged, right? So I try to teach manifestation from the current point of view. And this is why, if you will see, that a lot of videos that I post are from the current topics, the current issues that people face. Do I respect both these teachers? Absolutely. There are many other teachers that I love. Dr. Florence Scovel Shin. There are many other teachers that I have learned from. I try to teach manifestation from a accumulation of their point of views, not just my point of view, not just their point of view. So I hate to put myself in this one block. Karan is a Neville Goddard teacher. I am not. I take majority of my learnings from him, but I have also put my twist onto things because that is why I'm here. Another reason why people ask me that why are you not, because you don't post general topics. See, the thing is, I'm on YouTube for the value game. I'm here to provide you value. I'm not here to get clients. In truth, I don't have any issue with getting clients. I have had a very successful business when it comes to this area of my life, the manifestation business, long before on Instagram. I feel that there are some topics which are very specific, which won't get you views, but are very important topics that some people struggle with. Just like I made the other day a video on social media on how you can use social media to manifest. And I feel that a lot of times those kind of videos are not really made because they are not really relevant to all people. So it might not get you a lot of views, but these are topics real people are struggling with. I try to connect with you one on one. So when I'm making this video, I'm actually imagining one person sitting in front of me and I'm having a conversation with them. So I'm trying to provide that one person value, not millions. If this reaches millions of people, that's absolutely great. I would love to help those. But I will always try to provide you as much value as possible. So that is why my topics are slightly extensive. That is why I try to pick specific topics which specific people might be struggling with. That is why I make videos like these. So now coming to the topic back, why is your specific person not changing? So let's go into this step by step. Sorry for my rant. I just thought that I had to clear some things out. So the first reason why your SP is not changing is because you are not respecting yourself. It is because I respect you, but you're not respecting yourself. It is because you're constantly chasing this person. It is because on a larger scale, you are chasing them physically, mentally, emotionally, you are just constantly chasing them. They have become this celebrity kind of figure in your mind, and you are just constantly chasing them, which is decreasing your respect as a human being, not just as a partner. That is why they are not changing, because you are not changing in that regard. So if you are not able to respect yourself, it is unrealistic to expect another person to respect you. It is only going to put you in pain. So that is why I don't want to give you false hopes. You changing is the only way that our outside world changes. You just doing some affirmations and still chasing, still constantly stalking them, still constantly just throughout the day thinking about them is not you changing yourself. It is you disrespecting yourself. See, when I tell people, oh, you are disrespecting yourself, sometimes it is taken as a personal attack. That why are you saying I'm disrespecting myself? Understand the thing behind it. What I'm trying to say is that you are a very lovely individual who should get so much love that you don't even know what to do with it. And you are not respecting yourself. That is why you're not getting it. So, in my mind, you are this great figure which should get love. But the person standing in front of that is you. The second reason why your SP is not changing is because you're not choosing yourself. Now, what does this mean? I will help you understand this with the help of an example. So, I had a client that I was talking to. We were having a conversation. He was wanting to manifest a specific person, and I in his game plan and in his routine that I give to all my clients, I gave him this activity that I want you to add one habit when it comes to finances, when it comes to spirituality, and when it comes to your physical body. One habit each in a daily basis. And he added the habit of dancing, and I asked him, like, do you really like to dance? And he said, I hate dancing. I hate dancing. The only reason I'm doing it is because my SP likes dancing. So I feel that if I become more like her, she will like me. No, man, no. To all of you too. That is not you choosing yourself. That is just you molding yourself into becoming someone else's fan. You're not their fan. They are not a celebrity. They are just a normal person like you. You can be your own self and still get them. You can be your own self and still have people choose you. Why not do that? Because when you're not doing that, what you're teaching them is not how you are so in love with them that you will become likable. What you're teaching them is that you don't respect yourself enough to actually be yourself. And they shouldn't like you because they should only like you once you become like them. That is not you choosing yourself. So, choosing yourself or not choosing yourself will actually go a long way in how your SP or your specific person responds back to you. Third reason why your SP is not changing is because you're not putting in any boundaries. You're constantly accepting hot and cold from them. So if this is your story, then you need severe boundaries. Your SP calls you. They tell you that, oh, I just, I'm at this moment, I'm only looking for a situationship. I cannot offer you the full relationship. And then you say, oh, but I want a relationship, and they say, yeah, this is all I can offer. And then in your mind you start making excuses for them. You start telling yourself, oh, he's going through something so much, he must be hurt, he must be this, he must be that, that is why he's not able to offer me this. So maybe let me just stay with him, let me just keep on accepting this because this will show him how much I love him. No, this is actually showing him how much you hate yourself. Because when you are accepting all this treatment, what you are teaching him and the world is that I'm not really worthy of commitment. So if you are in this situation, you need to put up a boundary. You need to put up a boundary. And the next reason why your SP is not changing is because your boundaries are not consistent. So let me take this story forward. Now, let's say you gathered the courage, you created a boundary, you said, I will not accept anything lesser than what I deserve, right? But then after a few, and you did create a boundary, and after a few days, your specific person comes back and says, oh, I miss you so much, I love you so much. It's just that I'm broken inside. I just cannot offer you this relationship. I just, at this moment, I would love if you can come. Let's have, let's get physically intimate. Please come here and do all these things and everything. And you say, wow, so great. He came back. He showcased courage. He has never done this before. He has never told me he misses me. Now this is movement. Let me go back. No, no, you just went back on all your progress. Because all he had to do to again get back to you and to get into your bubble, your time, is to come to you and say, I miss you. Did it come with commitment, which you were looking for in the first place? No. Did it actually solve your real problem? No. Did you just get pulled back into the same loop? Yes. Are you looking for that? No. Stay consistent with your boundaries. If you're putting up a boundary, make sure that that is a permanent boundary, that you are only going to go back on that boundary once you get what you want. Now, this is where a lot of people ask me a question: Karan, isn't this manipulation? Which brings me to my next point. Why your SP is not changing is you're just doing it for him. So let's understand why we put up boundaries. The reason that I'm telling you to put up a boundary is because you deserve more. It is because on one place you are saying, I am loved, and on the other place you're accepting something lesser, right? Which goes against what you're saying. A lot of people come and say, but Neville Goddard never talked about boundaries. Well, yes, he did. He said that, you know what, once it's done, do nothing. But here you are doing something, you are accepting something lesser. You are teaching yourself that accepting this lesser part is something that I should be doing. You are teaching yourself that accepting this lesser part is my job. So when you say that, Neville Goddard never said to create boundaries, well, yes, because he was assuming that you would have basic respect for yourself, that you will not constantly accept breadcrumbs under the name of love. And when you keep on accepting these things for yourself, when you are accepting these areas of your life from this person, you are just creating the boundary for him. If your question after putting up the boundary is, when will he come back? So you are putting in the boundary because you want to actually align yourself with the affirmations that you are saying. If you are saying I'm chosen, you want to align yourself with that. If you're saying I'm loved, you want to align yourself with that. You're not creating a boundary just to change him. If you're just doing that, then that means that we are in the same bubble. Then we are just chasing him mentally in the same area, but just in a different clothing. So we are going after the same thing just through a different outlook. We don't want to do that. If you are putting up a boundary, do it because you want to respect yourself, because you only want to accept the best in your life, because you deserve the best. First from yourself, then from the person. As a byproduct of that, the person changes. That is a separate thing. Let them come as a byproduct of that. But just don't create the boundary in hopes that this will get you this person or this will get you something. That is something that will not really help you and will not take you forward. So when Neville Goddard says you are in Barbados, do nothing, it also means you have your relationship, you have your self-respect, do nothing, don't settle, don't try to change him, don't try to manipulate him, because all this middle part is coming from fear. It is a fear driven action. I need to settle, otherwise he won't give me what I want. I need to lower my bar, otherwise he won't give me what I want. You don't really have to do that. The next reason why your SP is not changing is because you are very impatient. Now this is where it is a you thing, and this is where we need to talk about it. Let's say you are working on yourself, and then I even shared one story recently where one of my clients was in this issue. Let's say you are working on yourself and then your specific person changes, but you have just really, let's say, gotten into a relationship, but they still are very new at this topic and you are new at this topic too. But then you have this expectation that they will just suddenly know everything instantly about me and we will just be in a perfect relationship once they have committed. No, if you are going to get into a commitment, it's probably that you were not in a commitment with this person before. That is why you are trying to manifest it. After they have given you that commitment, you need to also give them some grace. You need to also give them this period of time where you both will learn a little bit about each other, and then you will get into a proper relationship. This does not mean that there is anything wrong with you or them. This just means that two individuals are now in a union and they are wanting to understand each other, and then once you are understanding each other, they are wanting a relationship to flourish. So sometimes the reason why we feel they are not changing is because we are being too impatient. The next two reasons are going to be really important, so stick till the end. And the next reason why your SP is not changing is because maybe you need to change. So I will help you understand this with the help of an example. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. She got into a commitment with this guy that she was manifesting, and it is 2 months into this commitment and she is constantly texting him, call me, call me, call me. And he's like, I'm busy, I'm at my work. And she's like, call me. If you cannot call me, I'll break up with you. Call me, call me. I am just making a mockery of it so that you can understand, right? And she actually understood this because we had a session about this. But here, it's not his job to make you feel secure constantly. Neither is it his job to consistently cure your insecurities. It is yours. And here, if you're saying, my SP is not changing because he's not calling me 24/7, well, maybe he shouldn't. Maybe I should look at the core issue, the root issue, that why am I constantly looking for him to call me? Because maybe that will make me feel secure. But it's not his job to make me feel secure. It's my job to make myself do that. In fact, a lot of times people come to me with this thing, oh no, but he's my puppet, he will act how I want. recently had this session with one of my clients. She said, oh, I am wanting this guy to be my puppet, and unless he's my puppet, like, I can just manifest whatever I want. He will just treat me this way, he will beg me, he will do all these things. In truth, that is just a very insecure driven thing. That is just a way for you to feel that, I will feel in control all the time, and so I will just assume that he's my puppet. Do you truly want a puppet around you? Or do you want a man in your life or a woman in your life who is going to be respectfully coming towards you? Because if it's the first one, it's probably because you feel that if the other person will have any sense of their own, that they will leave me. So it's a self-concept issue which you are not really working on. So work on the core issues. That is very important for your overall growth. The last reason why your SP is not changing is because maybe you should change your SP. I think I talked about this and I have talked about this in a lot of my videos before too, that a lot of times what happens is the more you work on yourself, the more you realize that the desire that you had for this person was actually coming out of insecurity and attachment. And the more you work on yourself, the more you realize that I deserve better. And maybe I should stop pursuing this person. But just for the sake of ego and attachment, you still keep on pursuing them, which results into nothing but you in more mental agony and more pain. If you are in a position like this, I think it is very important that you take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, if I have already worked on myself and I know that I deserve better, and maybe it's time to change this person that I'm going after, why am I not doing that? Till when will I rob myself of love? Because at some point I will deserve it, at some point I will need it, and I will pursue it from that capacity. So I hope this video answers all of your questions. I know it's a long video, and considering all these things, I will be posting a success story in the next video where I will talk about one of my clients who did most of these mistakes but then fixed these mistakes and eventually ended up manifesting a specific person. So stick here. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope that you have fun and I hope that you learned something from this, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you like the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.